What is the fate of Nigerians? And what is the fate of Nigeria's economy as the value of Nigeria's Naira continues to collapse at the parallel market almost on a daily basis? Just as at today, the 29th day of July 2021, Nigeria's Naira has slumped to 523 against the US dollars at the parallel market. This is unbelievable. Now the question is, what can be done to make Naira great again? What can be done to improve the value of Nigeria's Naira? Many believe that the fall in the price of crude oil is responsible for the fall in the value of Naira. But I'll tell you for sure that the demand for dollars is the major reason our local currency is falling. The United States dollar is the major currency used in the global trade, and the demand for the currency by importers is what determines the exchange rate. The demand for dollars by importers is the major factor that determines the exchange rate. In Nigeria, we import virtually everything from petroleum products to used cars, building materials, electronic products, agricultural produce. In fact, we import even table water and toothpicks in this country. With all this, the demand for dollars by importers is very high. It's usually very, very high. And when the demand is high, the price triggers. When the demand for dollars is high, the price goes up. Okay, apart from importation of oil and importation of goods and wide varieties of goods by importers, Nigerian students who are studying abroad also demand dollars. And it is estimated that Nigerians spend over $1 billion annually to get education abroad. We spend over $1 billion. In fact, you talk about medical tourism. Most of Nigeria's elite get their treatments abroad. They have their doctors abroad. So they send out a lot of money. The problem is, we create scarcity for dollars in this country by sending out our monies abroad. And for us to send monies abroad, we need to acquire dollar. So the demand for dollars in this country is very high. If the government can do anything to reduce the demand for dollars in this country, the exchange rate will be stabilized and the government will regain control of the Naira. Now, there are 10 practicable ways to actually improve the value of Naira. 10 practicable ways. I may not be able to discuss them in details right now, but I'm going to highlight them so we can have an understanding of how we can make Naira great again. Number one is expanding exports. Expanding exports. This is very important because the more goods we export, the more there will be demand for Nigeria's Naira. The more goods we export, the higher our GDP, which is the gross domestic product. And we all know how much GDP contributes to strengthening the economy of a country. Number two is easing pressure on the foreign exchange market. 3, sell foreign exchange assets and buy their own currency. Number 4, higher interest rates. 5, reduce the country's gross demand for dollar. Very, very important. Number 6, currency credible assurance. Number 7, demonetization of the Naira. Number 8, reducing inflation. Number 9, long-term supply side policies. Long-term supply side policies. And number 10, reduction in corruption. I believe if the CBN can look into these 10 points I just highlighted now, the government will be able to gain control of the Naira. But don't forget, the major problem The major reason the value of Nigeria's Naira continues to drop is because of the high demand for dollars. It's because of the high demand for dollars. If the government can invest in industrialization, bringing in manufacturing, establishing manufacturing companies all over the cities, in our rural areas, most of the things we import in this country are supposed to be manufactured in this country. We can do it. We have the capacity. We have Nigerian business people who have good collaborations with Chinese and other manufacturing countries. They can create good business relations such that these products that they import into Nigeria in very high quantities can be manufactured here.